everyone, Namaste. On the behalf of Sri Aurobindo Society, I, Papri, welcome you all in today's video. Today I'm going to talk about on an interesting activity that is compiled by the most successful and innovative platform of India, ZIIEI, that is Zero Investment Innovation for Education Initiatives. Today's idea is developed by the innovative educators of UP Board for subject English, class 5th, chapter number 1. Chapter name is Don't Give Up, and the idea that we are going to implement today is known as Word C. So basically the innovation of this idea, Word C, is to enhance students' creative thinking skill while they expresses their thoughts outrightly, which leads to self-learning. In this idea, student will get engaged in the process of learning in a playful manner. Now the time period for implementing this idea is about 20 minutes, and the concepts that are used here are vocabulary, noun, adjective, verbs, prepositions and sentence formation. Now there are some pre-arrangements that the educator need to make in the classroom, that is some miscellaneous, a box, empty cardboard box, a picture card of glass full of water, one colorful chart paper for wrapping the box, 30 blank paper slips, tape and the safety scissors. Here 30 blank paper slips are used according to the strength of the class. Now this idea is divided into two sections. First is building and the second is revision. So let's talk about the building section. So, educator enter in the class with the waste box to initiate the discussion on the idea of Word C. Inform students that today they will be doing an interesting activity that is known as Word C in the class while using this box. Now there are some leading questions to build the idea of the Word C, and those are: educator shows the picture card of the glass full of water and asks students that what can they see in this picture. Student might respond by saying that it's a picture of a water or a glass full of water. Now the next question can be, have you seen more water rather than in this picture? The students might respond by saying that yes, we have seen water at our home or in bucket or in tank, jug or any other place. Now educator asks that, can you name any huge source of water rather than the objects or the places you have mentioned in the above question? The student might respond by saying that yes, the huge source of water is river, pond, lake, water tank or sea. So according to their question, inform student that the place where we found huge amount of water is called sea. So then the next question can be like, what do you understand by the term Word C? So the student might respond by saying that a place where we can find many words or the sea of words or the collection of the words together is known as Word sea. Now inform students that we will be using this box as a Word sea, and then educator asks some leading questions to initiate the activity. Like the student asks, what can be done with this box to make it a box of Word C? The student might respond by saying that we can decorate it and write the term Word C on it, and we can put a lot of words inside it to call it as a Word C box. Then the educator will put colored paper and the tape on the table and ask students to wrap the box and decorate it properly. After that, assist students to wrap and cutting the paper if required. Educator will then write Word C on the box and put it on the teacher's table. Then educator asks some leading questions to the student to initiate the activity on that leads to the discussion on the above mentioned concept that are vocabulary, adjectives, nouns, verbs, preposition and sentence formation. So the educator asks the questions like, the educator put the box on top of the rack and asks students that where have I put this box? The student might respond by saying that you have put the box on top of the rack. Then educator put this box under the table and asks the question like, now where have I put this box? The student might respond by saying that you have put the box under the table. In this way, the educator informs students that the word like top and under are known as the position, or tell the position of the object, which is known as prepositions. Then asks them to think and observe more such words from the book and tell them about the position of the objects from the lesson. Now conclude by saying that today we will be doing an interesting activity with this box word C in the class. Now let's talk about the revision part. For the revision part, educator distributes this slip among the students and gives some sets of instruction to the students a day before the conduction of the revision section for this activity. The instructions are, educator asks students to write a sentence on that slip using the noun, vocabulary, word, prepositions and adjective. Then educator asks students to write their name on the other side of the slip and asks them to bring the slip in the next class. Now ensure that the reading of the story, building and explanation of the various other concepts have already been done in the class before we start with the activity word C. Now give some sets of instruction to initiate the activity to lead to the revision. That is, educator asks students to take out their slips that they have brought from their home and fold it and put it inside this box, which is a word C box. Now make sure that you have written and that all the students have written their name on the back of the slip. Let the students put their slip inside the box. Then educator continue the activity by providing more sets of instruction. That is, educator asks students to come one by one in the front and pick up one slip from the box and read the sentence aloud that is written on that slip. Then the student will then describe the concept associated with that sentence. For example, if student 1 picks up a slip with a sentence written is, a small cat is sleeping under the tree, written on it, and then the child will read out that sentence that the small cat is written under the slip in front of the class, and then he or she will state the associated concept, that is, cat and tree are the noun, small is the adjective, the word small is the adjective, the word sleeping is the verb, and the word under is the preposition. In this way, educator will ask the rest of the student to ask question related to that sentence to clear their doubts. Educator may then add some more extra information to help out the student if the child is unable to answer any question asked by their fellow classmates. Repeat this activity until all the students get the chance to read what is written on their slips while answering the question asked by their fellow classmates. Appreciate students for using different sentences from their books and describe them. Conclude that in this way, student will learn new sentences. Student will learn to form new sentences related to the lesson in a playful manner. Now let's talk about the learning outcome that can be achieved in this idea, and those learning outcomes are response to the simple instruction or the announcement in the class that is spoken in English, respond verbally in writing to a question based on the story, infer the meaning of the unfamiliar words by reading them in a context, use noun, verbs, adjectives and prepositions in a speech or in a writing. Use punctuation marks properly in the sentence. Now there are some points that are need to remember while conducting the activity, that are: this story is suggested to be taught as per the syllabus guideline. Inclusion of learning outcome of English facilitate an integrated approach while the students listen to the instructions of the educator and act accordingly. Students may discuss and then write different words or the sentences in their individual slip. Make sure that the discipline of the class is maintained while the activity is being conducted. Ensure that every student get the chance to participate in the activity. Now the life skills and the values can also be imparted in this idea. The core life skills are creative thinking, critical thinking and effective communication skill. And the values that can be touched upon are patience, acceptance, politeness. Now this idea is also beneficial for this children with the special needs, CWSN, that is choosing words from the poem or a story and write them on their chits. Picking up a slip and related to the word to the lesson would enhance their memory. This activity will help especially ADHD children in improving their attention span. This activity also helps slow learners and learning disability to sharpen their memory by learning and doing the activity. So that's all for today's video. Hope you like it, and if you do like the video, don't forget to give a big thumbs up, and if you are new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe it and click the bell icon for all the future notifications. And if you are in Facebook, you can also like our Facebook page, Sri Aurobindo Society ZIIEI, and you can also download our innovative Pathshaala app from the Play Store. Thank you.